Hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV. It's time for your reactions to Liverpool's 1-0 win over Wolves in the Premier League. Yeah, the Reds back to winning ways in the league on the back of booking their place in the quarters of the Champions League. And yeah, good performance all round. Yeah, good to see the front three linking up. Diogo Jota scoring against his former team as well, which is great to see. And yeah, I think one of those nights where did we blow them off the park? No way, shape or form did we do that. Wolves gave a fantastic account of themselves. I think it's always worth remembering for whatever season Wolves may or may not be having. They're not necessarily a massive goal threat without Raul Jimenez, but they possess a lot of the things that Liverpool have struggled with, particularly this year. They play a back three that can become a back five. They've got good creative guys who can spring quick counter-attacks, and they've got pace on the flanks as well. And we've seen all season long, even without a major injury crisis, we have had a torrid time at times against teams like that. So Wolves gave us a really good, it was a good game of football. And again, what's most pleasing is how many standout performances were. It was a much improved Sadio Mane performance. It was, again, great to see Jota back in the team and causing problems. Trent Alexander-Arnold, really good. Another really good performance from Thiago in the middle. Fabinho dominating the middle of the park as well. Nat Phillips proving he's an absolute colossus again. Ozan Kabak proving a brilliant partner for him in that. And yeah, just a solid win for the Reds. Not one that we'll probably look back on in years to come, but hopefully one that can set the Reds on the right track towards getting... Can we chase down top four now? If we win football matches, yes. If we don't win football matches, no. And that's the most important point right now, getting 3 points. Right, thank you for your reactions. I'm going to get into them right now. If you're a YouTube member here, live on YouTube, you can get your comments in. Just put Mate first so I know you're talking to me. I'm going to do some live comments right now, then I'll have a few from Twitter, and then back to the live comments. So you've got plenty of time to get them in. Kieran Orr was the first man in the room. Said, glad to get 3 points. Defence looked familiar, and Big Nat just loves defending. Thoughts with Patricio, of course, but good results under tricky circumstances now to enjoy the break. Yes, all of those points. The 3 points is just it's such a relief to get 3 points. Because we've just, to be honest, we've just struggled. You're starting to wonder where the wins were going to come from, because when you get out so far out of the goal scoring mood and the match winning mood, sometimes it feels like there's something missing from your life, let alone from the Liverpool team. And Nat Phillips, absolutely another very big Nat Phillips performance. Thought he was great. Of course, thought with Rui Patricio, lots of those sentiments in the comments tonight, which is really good to see. And yeah, enjoy the break. It's best part of 3 weeks off now. The Champions League, the other Champions League games are being played this week. There's some other football being played, and we're not involved. So there's some time to get our feet up. Then there are the internationals. Some lads will be playing extra. The Brazilian lads won't be, which is great because they all need a little bit of time off to recuperate. Perfect. We go into a break on the up. What more could you ask for? Brian Glow saying, wasn't the best performance, especially from Mane and Thiago, but that's 2 wins and 2 clean sheets back to back. Wishing Rui Patricio a speedy recovery. See, I disagree. I know Mane's a bit wasteful, and I think his legs fall off after about 60 odd minutes, 65 maybe. But he was unplayable in that first half. They could not get near him. And look, should he be a bit more clinical in that one-on-one? Absolutely. He has that header that he puts wide. He should be hitting the target with that. He's doing the right things. He's getting into the right places. He's causing their defence all kinds of problems. And he gets an assist. Look, I want Mane to score 20 goals a season, and I think his output has been subpar for his own standards this season. And I think a lot of that is just down to overplay and fatigue and accumulated fatigue. But and I thought Thiago was really good. I know he picks up the yellow card, which I think seems to be, people think is a benchmark for him not playing well, but it's not. His movement, his passing, he was tigerish in the tackle. He was winning the ball back. The counter presses were all being started by him. I thought that was a really good Thiago performance, to be honest. But sad. FPL Skills saying the same team that played against Leipzig. Something like that's nice to see. Big 3 points and a clean sheet. However, it was a shame to see that horrific injury happen to Patricio. Yeah, absolutely. Ashley Fritz saying, mate, I thought Kabak and Phillips once again did very well. Mane's form still worries me a lot. I hope Firmino comes back so we can have a break. Jota back to saving us time for front 3 changes. Look, this is the point of having a squad. Look, and the problem is, of course, is we're back to this where we've just run our front 3 into the ground, and then the support comes back. So we've got Jota back, and then what did we see against Leipzig? We actually brought Divock Origi, and he gets an assist in that game. And Bobby Firmino's still not back. Divoc's now out with an injury, and Diogo Jota we're forced to substitute him because we're trying to protect him back in. We've been, once again just being a little bit unlucky in some circumstances, but we've just got to keep rotating these lads to make sure they're as fresh as possible, and a break is definitely going to help that. Dan Berry echoing the Kabak Nat performances thing here, saying what a performance from Nat and Kabak. Jota was on top form, and that was a well-deserved win tonight. Couldn't agree more, Dan. King George with the super chat, nearly lost it there, saying 3 points clean sheet, couldn't ask for any more. You'll never walk alone. Exactly. Look, you're all familiar with the expression beggars can't be choosers, right? Well, look, this is not the Liverpool of last year and the year before, where we can reasonably expect Liverpool to pretty much win every game of football. We've been in abysmal form for a whole variety of reasons, and we need to drag ourselves out of that sort of, inch by inch at this point. And that's what tonight was. That was a good win in the Champions League, followed by 3 points, 3 hard-earned points in the league. That's what you need. We're not going to go from being the all-conquering side that we were to go through this form to just be back. That's not how we're going to do it between now and the end of the season, because we're still not the squads that we were, because it has been decimated by injuries, and so many players, so many big game players for us who we need to play week in, week out are very much, low in the tank at the moment. So, look, let's just win football matches and be happy with wins. I think that's the best way to be at the moment. Damien Lobb with the £5 super chat. I love this optimism, saying we're going to win the Champions League and get 4. Why not? Why not? Isn't it nice to be able to go into a gap between football matches thinking the best, as opposed to thinking, oh my good Lord, the thing that I use to help my happiness is bringing me nothing but misery. And we can look ahead. We've got the Champions League draw live on the channel on Friday. We've got all those conversations to have about that. We can look ahead. We can look at the league table, and the league table still makes pretty grim reading, but we've done what we can do about it. After the weekend's action, we've got to keep. It's been the first time in a while where lots of teams that we needed to drop points, and then we won. So yeah, good. Let's just keep doing more of that, right? Maka says, trying to be less negative about Mane, but it's hard to. Overall, great that Klopp kept the same lineup. 3 points, let's go Reds. And I genuinely think we might have rested one of them. If Bobby comes back for this game, I could have easily seen Bobby playing centre forward, Jota off the left, Salah off the right, because we do need to rotate and we do need to keep these guys safe. Speaking of which, Kieran also saying, Nuno saying that Rui Patricio was okay, conscious and remembers what happened. Oh, that's good. That's a bit of good news in what could have been a very, very grim situation, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, fingers crossed he's okay there. Nick Govindan, Nuno said he's conscious and okay, great. Happy with 3 points, but happy that Patricio seems all right. Yeah, back four look really settled tonight. Things looking up. Yeah, we got a good balance out of the fullbacks as well. I thought Trent had a really good game defensively. I thought Robbo obviously was tasked with being a bit more defensive than usual. Nat Phillips just absolutely had everything on toast, and Kabak just quietly going about his business and being a really, really composed, tardy defender as well. I had a good comment here from, I don't think many will mention this, but Joseph Clark saying, mate, Ox looked bright in the number 9. He did it, I think back he played there in the home game against Genk for the first 45 minutes and looked sound. He just looked bright, he looked like he didn't need to know where the full ins and outs of his role in the centre of the park. He just got to dip in, hold the ball up, turn, twist. Look, he looked good. He looked like a really good player. I like Ox, and I think he's one of those players, unfortunately, falls into that trap when he gets worse in our memories. I think we forget just how good he is. And when he's not playing well, you go, oh God, he had that really bad injury and that bad injury, and he's not been good since the injury. It's not true. He was really good last season as well. And he played a lot of roles for us. He was our most important substitute last season in terms of just how many minutes he covered and how many different positions he covered in a title-winning side. Fine. If he just gets back to being that, he'll be a very useful asset for us, to be honest. Right, I'm going to do some more of the live YouTube comments. Don't forget, if you're a YouTube member, you can gain access to that to get your thoughts in again. Just write Mate, and I'll come back and read through some more of those in a moment. But just going to pop over to Twitter very quickly. Fientiesu. There's definitely a better way of saying that. Just delighted with the result. Not the best performance, but glad to see we can win dirty again. Can't help but feel devastated for Rui. Hope it's not as serious as it looks. Feel for Cody too. Look gutted. Yeah, Connor Cody had a really good game. He's a really good guy. He's a great captain. And hopefully he has a really good career. I've said before, I'd love him back at Liverpool. And yeah, you just... it's just a horrible situation, isn't it? But yeah, as mentioned a few times, it does look like Patricia's going to be okay, which is the best news of the game, really. The win and dirty thing I think is massive, and this is kind of to my point at the top of the show. Just win. Just win. I don't care how we win at this point. I'd have rather us won 2-0. Like, obviously, we all would rather us win by more goals than we did. But again, let's just get points on the board. The most important statistic right now is how many points we've got, not the way in which we're achieving them. You know, we might need some big performances. We might need performances where we blow teams off the park between now and the end of the season. But you've got to earn the right that you've got to build back to that. And that was very much a positive step towards that, certainly. Right, let's get to the next comment. Mr. Glinchy, great gutsy win. We haven't had much of them this season. Mane off the ball again, really poor throughout. Trent was amazing game with Nat secured the 3 points. So his best of wishes to Patricio with a horrible injury. Again, the Mane stuff. I think when we go back and we watch the highlights, look, we can rue the missed chances. But again, I'm not saying this was vintage Sadio Mane by any stretch, but the amount of energy he expended in the first hour of that football match and the amount of times he ripped this man to pieces, they're good things. But he is miles off the pace in terms of the goals. But I just think that'll come. I just do. I didn't see the bad performance that people are seeing, maybe by his own high standards. But again, you could do that across the board because we're not quite what we were last year. But yeah, Jack LFC, man, needs dropping or selling in the summer. Wow, the hits just keep on coming for Sadio here. Had a great run, but can tell something isn't right. Mane out this summer and dropped Firmino deeper. Thought Ox looked lively. Ox did look lively. A great point. I did a video over on my YouTube channel, which is Mates TV, and someone saying that it hasn't really been talked about, but how much COVID has clearly impacted several players. And I was saying this about Trent. Trent now looks like he's over it. Look, it should come as no surprise to anyone, but I am by no means an elite sportsman. Shock. But it's been a year since I had COVID, and I still, anything above normal physical activity literally puts me to, like, if I go and exercise for half an hour, within an hour I will be crashed out for the rest of the day. It's ridiculous. Now it all affects people in loads of different ways, but you got to wonder, Sadio Mane's played a lot of football over the last 3 seasons, and he's been asked to play even more again. He's just suffering from not being able to be rotated, is my take on it. I don't see that he's rubbish or he needs getting rid of or anything like that. How quick we are to change on this. Sadio Mane was, he's amazing. I'm not having any of that. Return of the cop. Trent, best player on the pitch, controlled the tempo of the game in parts, defended well and played some good forward passes. Mane and Robbo both looked tired. Exactly. International break has come at the right time. Exactly that. Trent, even though he's had injuries and stuff, hasn't played as many minutes as a result. So there's sometimes where he's been out of it, so he's not as physically exerted in the same way. Salah, I think has been managed quite well, but our left hand side that does so much running. It's all energy, our left hand side, and you can see Robertson was probably our best player for the first sort of two and a half months of the season. He was exceptional, and we're seeing a tailing off from him. And because Kostas Tsimikas and Diogo Jota were bought as the understudies to help rotate these lads, and both of them have had major injuries this season, it just is what it is, isn't it? Right, let's get back over to YouTube. Get your comments in right now. We'll go through some of the best ones before we wrap up. Gareth Baird says, happy with the result, let's get the momentum going. Thoughts with Patricio. Yeah, momentum's big, yeah. And this is the point, is that Liverpool need to stop getting beaten. Look at what Chelsea do. Chelsea are fourth, not because they're playing brilliant football, not because they are the finished article or whatever. They've just stopped. They just don't lose football matches anymore. And anyone long-term viewers of the show will know that's how you finish fourth. You're not good enough to win the league. You're not good enough to finish second, but you just have to be the least shit of all the other teams trying to get into the top four. That's the way it is, and Chelsea are doing that really well at the moment. So I think at the moment it's a big ask, I think, for Liverpool to turn that round, but it's not an impossible ask. And the only way to do it is to start grinding, is to get some momentum, is to get back into the swing of win, draw. Just go 5 games. 3 wins and 2 draws, I think, in the next 5 games would have a significant impact on how Liverpool's season's going to end up. But whether we can do that, we'll have to see. Chadley fits in, mates, don't mind. Ox in the 9, good pace, eye for a pass, good on the ball, got a shot, good point. Something to think about maybe, yeah, particularly if Bobby's not available, because we need to rotate that front three. I'm just looking over our board, which you won't be able to see, but, who was on the bench tonight? Naby, Ox, Curtis, Shaqiri. I don't like Shaqiri, particularly in the front three. I just don't think he's got enough energy or pace. Curtis Jones can do it, but can he do it from a 9? No. Ox, I think he could do a lot worse than put Ox in there if you needed to. So, no, it's interesting. Philip Harris, mates, thought Kabak had his best performance tonight. Robbo looks sharp. Happy with the win? Yeah, absolutely. Games left in the league, says Crazy CEO. Gunners, Villa, Leeds, Newcastle, Man United, Saints, West Brom, Burnley, Palace. All winnable and good runs at the end of the season. Yeah, this is the thing. Every game's winnable. Whether we can is a different question altogether, because we are still trying to massage our squad through this, and there will be some, hopefully, more than 2 big Champions League games in there as well. Hopefully, certainly the 2. This is my point: is if you can't win, draw. And we might need to be have a bit more nous in these kind of games. But yeah, look, if we want to finish top 4, we need to put a run together. And if we don't put a run together, we won't finish in the top 4. It is what it is. Kai Johnson with the super chat. Thank you, Kai. Maximum points we can get is 73. Usually around 70 points needed for 4th. 9 cup finals to play. Yeah, and look, it's in so much is in the hands of like West Ham have got a game in hand on us. Where they 5 points they'd be cleared of us. Chelsea are 8. Is that right? Everton have still got a game in hand on us as well. So look, this is my point. The next, you just need to we just need to grind some wins out. Joseph Clark, thoughts on Thiago, still making fouls in dangerous areas. Yeah, but I think you could see how brilliant he was in his all-round play. The fact of the matter is, yeah, look, it's tough. He needs to be a little bit more switched on to those. A couple of times he's just a little late, but you can see he's getting better and better. There's a fine balance when you play the way that Liverpool play and the way that Thiago plays, between winning the ball back, just getting a toe on the ball and completely changing the momentum of a game, and not getting a toe on the ball and taking the man and giving away a free kick. So it's, again, world-class players get it right more often than not, and I think you can see the last 2 games, I think that's been closest to the Thiago that Bayern Munich had that we've bought. So I'm not too concerned about him, to be perfectly honest. Fred McHugh saying, mates, more chance of winning Champions League or top 4 in your opinion? Well, I think to win the Champions League, you might only need to win 3 games of football. You might need to win less, because you could get some good. You could literally draw all 4. You could draw the quarters and the semis, all 4 of those games, and make the final if you get clean sheets in the right places. Draw 1 all away from home, draw 0-0 at home, through. There you go. So you could technically win the Champions. And then you could win the Champions League on penalties and not actually won a game in normal time. So it's, even though you come up against big teams and hard opposition, it's technically, I think we have to win less games to win the Champions League than we do to get in top 4. So yeah, take that to mean what you mean. Imran Adam with a great comment here says, mates, never underestimate a 1-0 win. Big 3 points for us. Trent and Nat back, brilliant at the back, clean sheet as well. Well done, boys. Yeah, absolutely. I look good. Sound not like. You're not skipping to this chapter of the season review DVD. you're just not. You might be just skipping through to the Champions League games at this point, but fine. We just need to win games of football. Encouraging performance. I thought an all-round good performance in the first hour from Mane. Salah just being Salah, offering a constant threat and drawing attention. Diogo Jota back in the side, back in the goals. Good midfield, good balanced midfield performance, good performance from the centre halves, good performance from the fullbacks. Sound all encouraging things to take us forward. Thank you to everyone who's joined as a YouTube member. If you are a Wonder Kid or a cult hero here on YouTube, you get tomorrow's bonus show, which is exclusive to those tiers, live streaming on the YouTube channel at 10:30 tomorrow. Final word, 60 minutes looking back at this match. Can't wait for that one. If you need more, if you want the full fat Redmen TV streaming experience, go to the redmentv.com. The tiers above that are Club Captain, and Club Legend, they get access to everything that we make. So not just the match day stuff, not just both final words. If we play 2 games a week, it's 2 final words show. We do the Around the League show, we do Stats and Tactics, we do the Reds News Roundup show. They're available in podcast form as well. But we've also got a whole host of documentaries and series streaming for you right now. It's a bit like sort of Netflix for Liverpool fans. So if you want to get over there are 2 brand new documentaries. There's a documentary series called Cop Chronicles. The first 3 episodes are streaming right now on that, looking back at some of the greatest Liverpool players of all time, and the 1 year on from Atletico and how that impacted the city of Liverpool. Really hard-hitting, powerful journalistic piece looking at how COVID basically was on the rise in the city of Liverpool because they allowed the Atletico game to go ahead. But yeah, really good stuff and a whole host of other things as well. So if you want to get involved with that, do. And if you want more reason, we've also got a competition running right now, which we'll have some more details to follow in a second, but you can win a signed Luis Suarez print. If you sign up at Club Legend level, you get loads of amazing bonus extra features, discounted merch, free merch, live tickets, all that good stuff, and all the streaming content, and you're entered into the draw to win a signed Luis Suarez print. So perfect time to join up. The details on that will follow. Thank you so much. Chris is back with the player ratings in a moment. Up the Reds. Hey everyone, mates here. Just want to let you know about a fantastic competition we have got running right now to win this incredible limited edition signed Luis Suarez print. To be in with a chance of winning that, all you have to do is sign up or upgrade your membership to a Club Legend tier on the RedmenTV.com, our exclusive Liverpool streaming platform. Not only that, but we have monthly competitions each and every month where you get to win prizes of this level, and in fact sometimes better as well, if you could even believe that. On top of that, you're going to get free merchandise, discount merchandise, and access to our exclusive Discord group, which is full of really nice human beings chatting about Liverpool and us as well. There's also a whole host of incredible content over on the website streaming right now. Documentary series, feature length features, exclusive interviews with Liverpool legends past and present, and additional content in and around the match as well. So yes, get over there, sign up or upgrade your subscription now to Club Legend and be in with a chance of winning the signed Luis Suarez print.